Hello everybody, welcome to Knock on the Coffin Lid. This is a roguelike RPG as I understand it, very similar to Across the Obelisk, which as you know I have played quite a bit of, but I've never played this game before, so we are going to start a new game. This game does not have multiplayer, as far as I know, but we're going to go through the tutorial and probably the first run together today on this video. So I'm going to be learning everything right alongside you guys, but as you can see, it already has some similarities with Across the Obelisk. Yes. Okay. Got enemies. Talking with each other. Gain 1 attack per strength damage. Okay, so this is like a buff for ourselves. They're going to restore 1 HP per bomb, so 15 HP every turn. Yeah, start of every turn. Negate the next debuff. The next 5 debuffs, it looks like. So this guy's going to be very hard to debuff. I'm pretty sure blocking is a good idea here. And then we can do some like raw damage to this guy. Give 4 energy. Okay. So can't play that last card. That's all good. You're giving me heals, and then so our ally is not controllable. They are someone who just does their own thing. But they have buffed us, giving us strength. So now we can deal even more damage. And they're gonna add a status card, so yeah, their intents are shown here. Gotcha, so kind of slay the spire like in that way. Upon taking health damage, gain 1 strength. Okay, so this is a talent, so kind of like a power we use to buff ourselves up over time. Cool. Increase all the lunges by 1. Does this include itself? And can I see my discard pile somewhere? And then can I guard our friend? I cannot. I'm gonna look at our discard pile. So is that 17? Yes, and it goes to 18. Okay, cool. Like I said, I am learning. So I can just do a bunch of damage to this guy, or I could buff myself for the fight. I think this fight's gonna be over in time. We'll just like do the damage. And like next turn he's gonna go away, right? Hopefully they don't attack him, because he's low. Okay, they're not. Good. I guess it shows who they're going to attack. We have a miss on our draw pile now. Okay. You're going to gain block, but we're going to take you down. You have powerful patrons. Oh, right, there's a story going on here. We're taking down demons, it seems like. I'm not really sure. Okay. We'll take you out. So now we no longer have to worry about you. And then, okay, you're gonna increase the rest of our guard, so we might as well do that. And then, sorry buddy, you just don't get any block. We're just gonna let you exist there. Have all block and healing gained. Okay. From cards, wait. That probably doesn't include balm then? We'll have to see if they heal 15 or less, just to make sure. Burn, so burning is exhausting, or vanishing, however you want to put it, whatever roguelike you're playing, right? Yeah, remove from combat for the remainder. Cool, cool. Okay, double blow, gotcha. I mean, I have to imagine this is pretty good. Who needs to block when you're not attacking? Oh, then we didn't play the curse card, so we get miss, which negates our next attack. Gotcha, so it's kind of like waste energy that turn or the next turn. Which, I guess this turn kind of sucks. We have to negate the next attack. Gotcha. Thank you. Okay, not too bad. And then we get rare cards. It looks like, I think gold is rare, or I guess this is like rare. This would be like epic or something. I'm not sure what the rarities are in this game. But burns, gain energy, draw a random card from the draw pile. Interesting, not the top card, but a random card. And then gain 10 block and 1 insubstantiality, which you take reduced damage to 1. So you only take 1 damage after playing this. Okay. At least for the next instance, which would be really bad if an enemy's doing like 1 damage 120 times or something like that, but really good if they're doing 120 damage and you reduce it to 1. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I'll take the rare that gives me energy and draw. That just, I don't know, you can't go wrong with that. Okay, and then we have equipment, right? Elven Sword, which has an effect. That's a lot of text. Increase the damage dealt by 2 for each evasion on the hero. Upon gaining invasion, return a random burn card to the draw pile. When evasion is triggered, deal 8 damage to attacker, set 5. Okay, so if you have enough... So items are part of a set, and if you include more items from a set, you get better benefits. I assume these symbols indicate what set it's a part of. Gotcha. And then the attribute of the sword itself is upon death of an enemy, draw a random card from the draw pile. Oh, that's not too bad. Well, if you can take out enemies relatively quickly. Cool. Yeah, we'll equip it now. We'll take the potion. Do I get to see my equipment? That's my deck. Okay, yeah, we get Elven Evasion. I think from our sword, maybe? Or do we already have that? It's a great question. And then here's my equipment, which I had a sword on before. Okay, which was my double blow, and also if my HP was greater than 80%, have 2 strength, so we just had more damage in the beginning. Gotcha, right, and this shows that it adds the Elven Dance to our deck. 2 of them. Cool. Yeah, that's not a problem. We are looking a little unhealthy, though. We burned 2 villages to the ground. We might be the bad guys. Yeah, that's not good. Do we want to restore HP or train? I mean, you always got to upgrade cards when you go to a campfire and slay the spire, right? Let me see. Gain 1 energy, draw 2 cards from the draw pile. That might be okay. I'm not actually sure about that one. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, we filled up the little upgrade pip. Shows us what we got there. Trade doesn't stop even during war. So we have 600 gold, which is, that's a lot of gold, I would think. Assault on the wound. Burn, deal, double enemies bleeding. Okay, so you can go sort of a bleed build. Additionally, inflict 1 bleeding whenever you deal damage. So rapid hits or multi-hits are probably good for a fluted axe and the bleed build. We already have a weapon, though, so I'd like to buy... Yeah, like an amulet. Also, this fits our elven gear, right? So we'd get 2 damage, or damage dealt by 2, okay, for each evasion on the hero. So if we stack up more evasion, we get more damage anyways. Yeah, that's gotta be right. Okay, we bought that. Yes. Okay, and it shows us what we have equipped by the gray. Okay. And then this is a mask at the start of turn, gain 2 strength. All enemies gain 1 strength. Okay, that seems like scary. And then draw 2 cards, your choice for a potion here. Can we equip our ally? It doesn't seem like it. So it's just equipment for ourselves. Yeah, this seems bad, but let's do this. let's equip the mask. Let's see how good their tutorial is. I guess we might as well buy this, right? This is like... I don't know if we're going to get another spot to spend our money. So we might as well just go. Yeah, this looks like the end, right? Second day, we met for those who came, for whom we came, the demons. It was easy and pleasant to kill the servants. They are not our equals. We prepared all our lives for the battle with the masters. However, there were too many demons. We pressed on without break, and we fought without the rest. We took down a few, but their place was taken by creatures larger and stronger. When the first cries for help were heard, I felt that we would not win the fight. Divert the attention to yourself, or run to the rescue. I mean, we're gonna run to the rescue, right? Because we're totally not the... I mean, either way seemed like pretty similar. This is what I'm assuming is just a forced path. I only saw like a brief bit of this game, so I don't fully know what's happening. Cover 30%, okay. At the end of your turn, gain 1 block. Upon taking damage, you lose. So this is like just like Slay the Spire armor. Okay, 7 times 3. Okay, these are multi-attackers. I regret equipping the mask. Can I take the mask off? Nope, you have the mask on for the rest of the fight. You are just going to die. Yeah, we're super dead, right? What is this? Upon playing attacks, gains armor at the end of turn, changes to defend yourself. Oh god. And then they also have bomb. I mean, I think we just have to go. I should have done that in a slightly different order. My order was definitely bad there. I'm gonna use this and then hope. Yeah, we're super dead, right? Can we take them out with us? I mean, we gave them extra strength. I'm assuming you're supposed to die here. Oh, but we can gain evasion, which is pretty darn good, right? Like, I have to imagine. Playing a skill gains strength at end of turn, so we definitely don't want to give them... We definitely don't want to play, like, a skill like guard. That would be extra bad. Okay, and then we have energy left, so, like, let's draw 2 cards of our choice. We could draw Adrenaline, and we could draw... not a skill, right? Actually, if I want to burn the card left in my hand, that might not be the worst. Oh, we played a skill, right? That's what that is. That's what Adrenaline is. We are going to die. No, we have evasion. We're going to be alive temporarily, and then we'll die. Like how rapidly they do all the hits. Okay, you're a little strong. Gonna recover some HP and hope. Yeah, so we have a flourishing lunge. And we have to, like, attack these guys. Man, there's, like... It's almost like we had a chance, but then not really. We're so dead. I wonder if you can actually take these guys down. But yeah, it looks like we're supposed to die. Okay. We were working for Mortis. We gotta wait for help. It's on the way. Don't worry. I don't know if I trust Mortis. I assume that's us in the coffin. For which the game is made. Made. Named. Ooh. Time has passed. Okay. I'm liking it so far. Got a lot of similarities to Slay the Spire. I like the RPG elements on a lot of these games. Alright, easy, definitely not. Normal, hardcore, survive, die, and repeat. I feel like normally when I'm first starting out with a game, I should try hardcore. But we could try terrible. This game not difficult enough for you? You'll not make it far from the tomb. Maybe it's not worth it. It's not? Can I do hardcore? Okay. So it's fine with me hardcore. So we'll do hardcore. I'm going to trust the game and assume that I should not try to make it more difficult just yet. It's our first time playing. And I have no idea what to get.
Oh, my head's splitting. What's going on?
I don't even know where to start. What are you interested in the most right now?
Where are we?
Somewhere between the elven fortifications and the heathlands, in the tomb of Ingvar.
Ingvar's dead? What happened to him?
The wine you brought on the trip was poisoned. Ingvar, Venadis, Bjorn, they're all dead.
Go on and tell me. Why should I believe you?
It's easy to see I'm telling the truth because their coffins are next to yours. You all died. I've brought you back to life. You're welcome.
Who poisoned the wine? Was it you?
Me? Why would I kill you only to resurrect you?
Who are you anyway? And what do you want from me?
You may call me Mortis. You don't owe me anything. Just go home.
Not so fast. Do you know who poisoned the wine? How much time has passed? And if Ingvar's dead, then who is ruling the Northern Gate?
Too many questions, Percival.
Does that surprise you? Why did you bring me back? What about the others?
All in good time. I'll tell you when we meet again.
I'll figure things out on my own. I'm not so sure I want to meet you again.
I'm afraid this is inevitable. Safe journeys.
damn it. What the hell is going on here?
Every time you die, you come back here. I could have told you from the start, but I wanted it to be a surprise.
Well, I suppose it's better than eternal oblivion. Go on. Are there any more surprises?
You've moved back, not in space, but in time. Everything that happened after your resurrection hasn't happened yet.
So what now? Should I start over? You promised to answer my questions.
All right, one thing at a time. Tell me everything you remember.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I set out, feeling a vague
So it's
anxiety,
nice.
confused and discouraged.
Nice story for the roguelike. We're going back in time, so if we die, we'll go back in time and can redo any events. So yeah, it seems like these nodes are going to remain permanent then.
I couldn't even imagine how much they...
You're a warrior. Any
Cool.
story must have an...
Alright. Meet with Sigismund. So yeah, got a whole large map here. Looks like our final destination is this spot, or this spot over here. And we have no idea what anything is. So I just gotta choose a path at random. Well, this looks like treasure. I don't know where I want to go. There's an altar over here. I don't mind going to an altar. Let's take the left path. We have a shield and maximum HP and 100 gold. Okay. I can look at the map anytime. I can take a look at our logbook. Guard, lunge, double blow. So our deck is fairly simple, though we gain 2 armor. Lunge has adaptive. Includes special options to evolve to a different card. Gotcha. Okay. And this has 2 upgrade slots rather than 1 based on the pips here, I'm assuming. Cool. So, yeah, pretty basic fight so far. This pig looks a lot easier than what we were fighting previously. And damage seems permanent, so we should probably try not to take damage at any time. Very similar to a Slay the Spire. Might as well do 10 damage instead of not. Oh, wait. Whenever we attack, you gain strength. Oh, I messed up. Well, that's what the potion's for. No, but we had armor, so we gained blah because we're a warrior. At start of battle, gain 5 armor if no HP damage was taken the previous turn, gain 2 strength. Okay, so yeah, we really are meant for setting up right now. And blocking. That's cool. Then, I don't know if it's really worth playing a guard, but I guess might as well. Block doesn't seem to stay, right? Damage taken from attacks is increased by 50%. That's why you're dying so hard. Alright, goodbye. Not bad. 11 gold. That's barely anything. Okay. Enemy loses 3 strength seems really good. Gaining an energy seems really good too, though. Only a basic common card. Interesting. I wonder if this can be... No, it's not adaptive, so it can't be upgraded to a different card. And then gain 3 block and 1 agility. Increases blocks from all cards. Gotcha. All of them seem pretty good. I tend to think that disarm, like at least in Slay the Spire, that had like disproportionately strong
Wild
effects.
animals stopped being afraid of... That's not normal. Or...
The frontier is at war. The
I'm gonna be
animals have
skipping the
tried
story a little
human
bit.
Oh, I see. They view me as a tasty...
Well, you're...
I don't
Not to
mind the
be.
story. It's just I get the gist. Yeah, animals are attacking me. We're telling Mortis about each of our journeys as we. So like this is a recounting of our journey every time, and that's how we mark down what events are happening. So yeah, I wanted to go all the way to the left here. Although it feels like there's less events if we do that. But there's just like this altar symbol, and that seems cool. So let's do it. Oh, hello. Why are you just attacking me? Okay. Do this. Make you do less damage. Unfortunately, I just have to eat it this turn, I guess. Oh no, we were taking only 5 because we made them do less damage. It was the perfect turn. We got rid of one of their evasion. that they started with. Okay, they're not getting evasion every turn or anything, it's just that. Make sure we attack that guy, and we're good. So yeah, they would attack us this turn, but they're not going to have the chance. Double blow seems good for getting past evasion. Good for building up strength too, if that's something we want to do. And then another disarm. I mean, that does seem good. Notch is good for scaling. Deal 12 damage if the enemy's exposed, where they take 50% damage from attacks, or 50% more damage from attacks. Draw and gain an energy, but it costs 2 from the start. I wonder if upgrading it makes it cheaper. No, it just does more damage. Doesn't seem bad, but let's just take another disarm. We'll just infinitely make our enemies worse. And then Ale gives 2 evasion. Okay. Seems good in case we need to survive a very hard attack.
Some elves attacked me. That was the last. What happened? Are the elves?
The mysterious death of Ingvar put an end to your alliance.
But the humans have always.
You mean Ingvar's people helped the elves? Aren't they?
Gotcha. So Elves not so much a fan of us anymore, and the rest of these are grayed out, so yeah, it does show you what paths you can or cannot take. So yeah, having 2 bosses is also interesting. I'm very excited to play this game. Elf ambush. Fortunately, they wanted to question me before exterminating me with a bag on my head and hope in my heart I waited for the interrogation. Wait meekly for the end? Yeah. We'll be friendly with the elves. When the elves found out that I'd been Ingvar's bodyguard, their attitude changed. They offered me dinner and overnight accommodation. Of course, I did not refuse. Yeah. Yeah, cool. This turned into a camp for us. Thanks to us waiting nicely with the elves. Right, which allows us to train. We didn't lose any HP, so no reason to do this. Doubling the effectiveness of disarm. That does seem quite good. However, making our lunges better also seems quite good. Wait, can I? Oh, you can only upgrade one thing at a time. Okay. And then guard could also be better. Oh, interesting. We can go to flourishing or nimble. Got it. I have no idea what's better for me and if I want to just like scale with lunges or not. Let's do scaling lunges. Don't know how good that actually is going to be, but
So you listened to
seems fine.
I went to Sigismund, Ingvar's younger brother and the heir to the throne.
To what end?
What do you mean, to what end? First of all, to figure out what to do. I wanted to tell Sigismund everything I knew and to hear everything he knew. I wanted to. I was certain that he would.
We both have much.
The farther I went,
Let's.
Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna go this far left path. It's gotta be the way. Now the elves are attacking me yet again. Wait, that's a satyr. This is a recruit? Wait. You look like an elf with a mask on, man. Like, and I guess a tail. But maybe you're just wearing the tail. Okay. We probably want to disarm the one... Oh, can I not, like, choose who I'm disarming? That does make this less good. Alright. Spooks me a little bit. Gaining armor's nice, though. Then we gain strength if ever we don't take damage. Right, so we have built-in scaling. I should remember that. 17 block is what I'll want to get to, which we easily get to with this. And then I'd like to play a flourishing lunge, even though double blow might have been better. Maybe a disarm would have been better. I have a feeling I should have just upgraded disarm. Doubling the effectiveness seems very, very good. You're going to grant strength and evasion. That's fine. You're gonna block. I wish I could change the targeting on my reduced strength card. It would have been nice to make sure that we were not killing that guy. Oh, he is taunt. I'm dumb. I should have read that earlier. Okay, so that takes you down.
Death doesn't teach them anything.
Then you are gonna go down eventually. That's why I couldn't target anybody else. I figured it out eventually. Round 5. We don't seem to be punished for taking longer on rounds. That's nice. So I don't have to worry about it from that. Do we have the damage to take this guy out? We do. Yeah. I was debating whether I had to block there or not. And we take, I guess we could skip the gold too if we ever wanted to. Another disarm sounds really funny. Add a copy to the discard. Add 2 copies to the discard. I don't know if growing threat is actually good, but it is a 0 cost attack. 0 cost attacks tend to be good in games. Let's take it. Elven Ale. More evasion in case we need it. Desperately on a fight. We can go loot or an unknown event. Let's go for the unknown event. I guess we'll search. Not the most popular weapon with dwarves. Too obvious, but forgotten use. Put in wrong pursuers. Okay. Heard the footsteps nearby. I guess like the longer we loot, the more we. I wonder. Yeah, I gotta see what happens if we just take all the loot. It was the elven patrol. They're going to assume that I killed the elf, right? Or they're going to find me looting the body. But we gotta see if we go all the way here. Wait, they're growing distant now. We're fine? We got everything? Alright. Yeah, I liked Elven Sword before. Might as well equip that. Because that gives us something, right? No, I guess we did have equipment from before. Right, the double blow, which is actually pretty good when gaining strength all the time. Okay, well, hey. We're rich. And we have 1 path to go, so I don't have to think anymore. And yeah, just, of course, finding random chests in the wood. It always means that's yours. Sharp dagger. At the start of your turn, gain either 1 evasion or 4 bleeding. That sounds bad. Why? What would I want to gain 4 bleeding? I guess maybe there's like a bleed synergy that you could have. Deal 6 damage if the target is bleeding, increase bleeding by 6. Okay. I'll take it, but not equip it, maybe?
I had been planning an easy trek through the sunny city, but I quickly realized I had to find a way of...
You could go west to the Rotten Bog, or go east to the Orcish.
Great. One route is better than a...
I don't even know which one I like best.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so yeah, we do have a choice here. I wanted to see what this symbol means. Because, like, yeah, we have chests, we have events, we have fights, right? And campfires. But this is the only symbol of its type. So let's see if we can go this way. Elven Patrol, as we're trying to sneak past them, they started, hey, you, stop or we'll shoot. So I had to think fast. We could just start the regular battle. Wait, can we just stop? What is this symbol up here? I didn't want to fight you, but you gave me no choice. Okay. So we can block a lot of the damage, but it looks like not all of it, unfortunately. 0 cost attacks will be good for us. You're going to do a lot of damage. So let's take you down if we can. Then maybe gain 2 armor for the rest of the fight. Make it so we can gain strength later. I guess I could have used an evasion potion, but it seemed like kind of weak to do it right now when we're only going to take 3 damage. Okay, now we're going to take significantly more damage. We'll gain some evasion there. And then, I don't know, let's use this. Might as well use some of the potions that we get, right? So now we have 3 evasion, we should be totally good. I assume it goes in order, so actually I need to play a guard. And then we're totally good because we have 14 block thanks to our armor. Good old new card game roguelike. Definitely curious to see what people think about this game. I'm curious if people have played it before, if people want to see more, how we're feeling in general. I am always excited to try something new, but if people are not as interested, you can always go back and change things. I lost on my monster train streak, so until the game comes out, I vowed not to play it again. That's what it means to lose a streak. You're gone. We've nerfed you, so you don't. Well, you do break through armor, but you don't break through armor that much. Now I can actually make it so you don't break through my armor at all. So like I passively just block against you, so you don't matter anymore. I'm gonna change the settings. Can we go fast mode? Fast mode. Accept. Continue. Alright. Again, you guys chose this fight. I would have rather not. Growing threat. Okay, we're gaining more strength, so growing threat is not the worst option for us. We're gonna need some block. I guess we're just playing all our cards anyway. Exactly enough block, so we'll gain some strength. Piercing damage is increased against us, I'm assuming is what that means. Wow, you go down to a single growing threat. That's pretty darn good. And we draw a card because we took somebody down. Okay. And then, yeah. Okay, yeah, so we've built in scaling. Seems like we're pretty strong. Gain 3 disarmed. Attacks can't be played for 3 turns. Gain 5 HP, 2 armor, and burn 2 status cards at the start of turn. That's really fascinating. That sounds scary though. Waiting 3 turns before you can attack again. That seems real tough. Okay, gain 1 disarmed seems a lot better for the deal, admittedly. Deal 8 damage, increases damage by 4 each combat, rampage. Wait, is that just like literally the Slay the Spire card? If the character is exposed, increased by 8. I think it's darn close. Execute, deal 25 damage, combat use enemies less than 20. I like execute. Execute like ability seems good. Elven boots, yes, and then increased damage 2 for each evasion on the hero. Cool. I was reading the patch notes briefly when I booted up this game, and they were like, we've nerfed evasion, which, you know, kind of makes sense. Stop or we'll shoot. It's a shame that we couldn't, like, do a different event there. Wait, what does this have? Elven patrols is impossible to notice in the forest, but no one can pass by unnoticed. Gotcha. Okay, now we get to this totem. Okay, so we could delete a card, get a card for 100, get an item for 250, or upgrade 2 cards. That's what a totem is. Okay. That's pretty sweet. And we have a ton of money from all the looting that we did off the dead body. And also purchasing a card would also probably be the best thing we could do, but let's see what item we get. I don't know if it's random or if it's always set. But Bear Spirit Armor. This will give us Dichotomous card. Increase agility by 5 until changing the stance. Increase strength by 5 until changing the stance. Okay. Increase maximum health by 20. Every second time a skill is played, gain 1 strength. Nice. Okay. Not bad. We'll equip that right now. Okay. Money well spent, maybe? We'll definitely train. I don't worry about 4 HP. Not going to increase Flourishing Lunge anymore. What does Execute give me? Cost 0. That's fascinating. I'm going to upgrade Disarm. Because like I said, doubling a Disarm seems like it'd be really good for probably most boss fights, unless they're just doing really high attacks.
I can't. You were accompanying the dwarves and the elves were on the verge of war. Only the Lord of the Northern Gate managed to bring them to the negotiating. Why were it? As the dwarven invasion began, you were buried hate. The affairs of the living, as ever.
Alright. piecing together the story. Hello, Archdruid. At the end of the journey, Archdruid of Elves was waiting for me. In my previous life, I would have been glad to meet him, but not now. I could just not get used to the idea that the elves were now our enemies. They weren't, like, quite our enemies. Didn't you talk and, like, camp with elves before? Where's the peaceful route? That's a shame. Okay. But as long as we don't take damage each turn, we are building up our strength. And the more, every second time a skill is played, the more strength we gain. So it is good for us to play skills in the beginning. I assume it's going to be good for us to take out the dogs. This unit flees the battlefield when all the allies not affected with cowardice are killed. So yeah, if we take down the boss, the dogs would leave as well. Gain strength and shares with allies. Okay. But it's probably best that we take out the ads first. And then you change intent when injured. So we could swap your attack based on attacking you. I guess like probably dealing damage, so we have to get through the guard if we don't like what we see. So dealing damage and adding a status card to us is maybe not what we want to see. But this seems like it'd be okay. Offensive stance, gain agility, increases block, strength increases damage, right? Let's give ourselves some more damage right now. And then we gain an evasion. Disarming this guy in the back does seem like a good idea. And then we're gaining strength as we go, but I don't have the energy to play anything, or I can't play execute. Okay, execute not paying off for us right there. And we took some damage, so now we're not going to gain extra strength. Their block served them pretty well. I don't really want to gain a miss next turn, but I don't really have like an option. Okay, flourishing lunge, take down a guy. And then we're almost capable of taking you down with a lunge, but we're not quite. We have to play the second guard if we don't want to take any damage, which I want to not take any damage so that we can continue to scale. But we are going to negate the next attack we played, which is going to make it even harder to take down a guy, but we have this, which is nice. So if I play this, can we gain more strength? No. So that just becomes a useless card. But for every evasion we have, we also have more damage, right? I should remember that. Flourishing lunge, however, almost takes you down, but doesn't quite. Ooh. Can I undo my turn? No. No undoing the turn. Let's use our Elven agility. I don't know if it matters, but it kind of helps us scale. I feel like it gets us ahead of the fight. And then we'll take out the boss last. Lose 1 HP per barbed. That's why we're taking so much damage, too. So we take you down, but we take a lot for it. Take out the miss. I wonder if I should be playing block. I'm hoping that we heal, like, before we go to the next act. A la Slay the Spire, and, like, a lot of things when you fight bosses. When injured, changes the intent, expands the list of battle skills. Okay. Summons wolves. So now you're going to take a turn off summoning your wolves. Have fun with that. I'm going to disarm you. Gain some evasion. Okay, you've been changed to a wolf. When dealing health, inflict bleeding. Gotcha. So we really don't want to take any damage, but you currently don't deal any damage, is the thing. So we can just gain some evasion. And we didn't gain any bleeding from attacking them, so that's good. Okay. So I think we could just, like, chill. They didn't get through our armor. And we just build this. Wait, did they just... Sorry, was someone talking to me? Okay, now you're busy. You're just gonna add some wolves back, presumably. And I can play block, and I can attack, right? Then, oh, you have like 6 evasion. That is impressive. I don't know how I'm gonna get through all that evasion. Could that, like, go away? Nah, don't worry, we got some growing threats. thankfully barbs don't hit me if you're already evading, so we're good on that. Are you just perpetually stunned? What's going on? Why are you stunned? Don't ask questions, just go with it. Might as well block the extra damage in case we don't get a heal after this combat. First boss, easy peasy. Double current strength overdrive. What a card. What does it upgrade do? Costs 1? That's, that's a good card. But it still burns. Okay, so it's not like Slay the Spire. Where you just keep it in the deck and then keep doubling your strength, right? Deal 5 damage, gain a copy of the in a discard pile and draw cards. Okay, Lightning Strike is draw a card and deal damage, but it still costs energy, so like I don't know how good that is. At low strength it seems bad, but at high strength maybe that's really good. At the start of a turn, gain 1 energy and add an exhaust to the draw pile. Okay, so we lose draw efficiency for energy efficiency. I think overdrive is just like the purely beneficial thing I can see. So let's take a look at what all these things do. Armor of Invincibility, immune to the first 4 turns. Block cannot be gained. Immune. Until the end of the turn, lose no HP. That is pretty darn invincible armor. Okay, what does Tower Shield give me? I already have a shield, but it only gives me 10 max HP. At the start of turn, if only half of the block is removed, gain 5 armor. Okay, so we can stack up our shield even better. Or Bone Spear. Gives us Piercing Strike, deal 20 piercing damage. And, okay, which is just a type of damage. And then inflict 3 breach, which increases our piercing damage. So pretty good card. And then also attributes gain 3 agility. So we increase the block that we have, and then when dealing damage to HP, inflict 4 breach. Okay, so we can continue down like a piercing damage route. Oh, but it takes both our hands versus just a single hand versus our armor slot that's giving us strength currently. I don't know. I have to imagine that being immune to damage for the first 4 turns is OP. Especially if we like start figuring out how to set up. That sounds real good. Okay, gain 7 strength for a turn. If we double that, does the strength stay? Excuse me. Deal 18 damage, evenly distributed. I don't know how I feel about that. Draw 2 cards of your choice. That's so good. I feel like Cucumber Elixir's so good. Okay, oh, and then we get a crystal. Lots of loot from a boss. Sweet. Upon playing the Will of the Forest Spirits, the hero and allies restore 16 health. Okay, and this is also part of a Elven set. So upon gaining evasion, return a random burn card to the draw pile. Nice. And gain 2 of a random effect, Barbed, Strength, or Balm for Will of the Forest Spirit. Sure. I don't know how I feel about that one, but we'll see how it plays out.
Sigismund,
My only friend.
and you had no other.
The notables find it hard to hide their...
You had only one friend? That's so sad, man. First of all, you've gotta...
One time, he even punched Ingvar when he told me to...
I mean, you know, having one good friend is enough in life, but I feel like
Joking?
you were surrounded by other people. You gotta try, at least.
No, of course not.
Okay. So yeah, we get out of the swamp, so at least no one tried to kill me. As soon as I entered the rotten bog, the attempts on my life resumed. So we leave the frontier, go on to the next map. Gotcha. So I wonder if these are all like leading to different paths every time. Okay, and then we have the Armor of Invincibility, which I think I would like to equip. Yeah, I like the Bear Spirit armor, that is cool, but like, you're invincible with this armor, what can I say? Like, that seems a little bit absurd. And then we... Wow, there's our amulet, okay. Upon playing Will of the Forest Spirits, the hero and allies restore 16 health. That does seem good, actually. Okay, restoring 16 health, I didn't actually like read that before, but now I feel very confident in our ability to go here. So shall we just like figure out everything that's to the left? Is this just like a left playthrough? Yeah, let's try that out. All right, Mr. Zombie. Sorry, literally called Fatso. All right. When dealing damage to HP, inflicts plague. Plague. At the start of the turn, lose 1 HP per plague. Okay, so don't let this guy deal damage to our HP, but you're doing literally 0 damage right now despite 2 strength. then you leave an enemy behind when you die. I don't know if you know this, but oh right, you don't do anything because I'm invincible. But we can't gain any block right now, but that's like totally fine. Okay, so let's test to see if this gets rid of our evasion. This will be a good test. No, because we're immune. Yeah, that's insane.
He tried.
Alright. I mean, fights have been going on for a
You
while.
won't get anywhere.
If it goes on like this, you won't get anywhere. Weakness, deal 50% less damage. Oh, that's pretty annoying. We can double the current strength. We can weaken these guys, and we can also gain stuff. I'd like to have more strength. And then see what we get here. So yeah, you're gonna be weakened by the time you get to go. You're putting a bad card in my deck though, and we're gonna stop being immune at the end of this turn. If in hand, at the end of turn, take 2 damage. For each HP lost, all enemies restore 1 HP. Okay, yeah, we'll get rid of that then. Do some damage here. And I love that we keep our evasion. That actually works pretty well with Elven gear, because that means that we can stack up our damage thanks to the evasion that we have. Okay. I've chosen correctly for now. Gold. And let's see, for our card, looks like we're getting better rarity stuff now. Gain 1 exposed and 2 armor. So we'll take more damage, but this actually might be really good for us, because then we won't gain... Like, we'll have a bunch of armor just built up, and we don't have to worry about exposed for the first 4 turns of combat. Alternatively, Mighty Blow, deal 14 damage, and Strength affects this card 3 times. That's so strong usually. Is it 5 times for the next one? They literally stole cards from Slay the Spire. Sorry. Sorry. Some of these cards are like the same card. I should read this. Sleep Trick. Draw a random card. It costs 0 for this turn. That is also really cool, and we can upgrade it to make it cost 0. But let's take the Mighty Blow for now.
The undead room. They prey upon outsiders.
The undead.
I'm not an
Right. But strictly speaking, they are alive. They were brought to this state by the
Aren't
cult
we also an
ritual to
undead? I mean, they're undead, we're undead. It's weird to be so discriminatory against them. North, east, south, west. I know west is the proper thing in Across the Obelisk to find the chest in the straw hat. So we definitely go west. Okay, west was not good. We were bitten a smidge, almost drowned a couple times, and not complete this of the adventure I was lucky enough to survive until I finally reached somewhat solid ground. So we get a debuff. That's sad. Okay, we lost 11 maximum health. Okay, that was bad. Don't go west. Never mind. Let's go get our chest. Open. So more gold. A cursed shield. Interesting. So we get an unplayable curse. That just, I mean, costs 0, but it's unplayable, so that doesn't help us. Or we also get Assault Cuirass, which gives us 2 block per strength at the start of the turn, lose all block. Wait, don't we always lose all block? I don't understand. Defiled item. When taking damage, take away 1 strength from the attacker. Oh, interesting. I will take it, but I don't want to equip it. I'm happy with our current shield. That just gives us 10 max HP, especially after losing some. Anyways, this is a left event. We're going to try eating a mushroom. Taking damage in the next instance is reduced by 1. Your maximum health is decreased by 10. Okay, we're going to eat another mushroom. Eat 1 more mushroom. Okay, we get an enhancement, but like... I see. Oh, but we're trading max health for taking very reduced damage. Eat 1 more mushroom? How many mushrooms can you eat? Oh, you can eat a lot of mushrooms. Okay, I'm gonna live with 33 HP. We don't want to test how many mushrooms you could eat, but I'd have to die for that. And yeah, next time we'll find out. Okay, I was a little bit of a coward. I did not test how many mushrooms I could eat. I was curious. Peasants that are slaves of the cold. Wow, okay. Anyways, we're immune to damage for the first 4 turns. And then for the next 3 instances of damage taken after that, we have our damage reduced to 1. So you guys literally can't touch me. Damage from blight increases strength. Like, I don't even actually know what enemies do anymore because we've just nerfed them so heavily, which is great news for me. And always make sure that we give ourselves evasion first, since that will increase our damage. Okay, you're getting stronger and you're hurting yourself, which is like a bad idea on your part, to be honest. Oh, you still take barb damage even when I'm immune? That's rough. Okay, reborn as a zombie. Can we, like, take you down? No. And I can't play this corrosion. I could double my strength, which is, again, like, not, like, amazing right now. And you're gonna be reborn as a zombie, but I can also gain armor over time and build up block later. I wonder why they don't let you build up block immediately. I guess maybe there's like things that let you retain block, and so they wouldn't want you to like be able to set up that hard on enemies, but I feel like we're setting up pretty hard on enemies. Okay. Guard, can't play the execute, could play the will of the forest, but there's no point, so might as well guard. Or not guard. This is fine. We can play the execute on either person. You're out.
Not a chance.
You're gone. You're gonna go. Oh, we can't gain block ever. Oh, okay, actually, so like we could like try cutting all of our block cards if there is such an option. Fascinating. And then Will of the Forest could keep us alive, right? So maybe we just do that. Yeah, you're gonna come back as a zombie. I don't really care. Gains immune, removes all negative status effects after taking fatal damage. Wait, they become immune? I thought only I could become immune. Have we been gaining block for our armor? I literally haven't paid attention. No, armor's pointless for us. Okay, we gotta rethink our build. I'm learning. Okay, yeah, that's disappointing. But all your damage is reduced to 1, and then you're out. Okay, so we need like more insubstantial. We need a lot more insubstantiality. But we are building into like a very heavy, like, deal damage as fast as possible. That's what we have to do. Draw random skill becomes ethereal and has to be burned. Okay, and then in turn it burns if it's ethereal. So if you don't play it, that seems bad. This doesn't make it 0 either. Like, it's just, that seems awful. That's a bad card trick. Burn 2 random cards, return 1 burn card of your choice to your hand. Oh, return 2 burn cards of your choice to your hand. Oh, this would actually be really good for us, right? Because we could burn our bad guard cards that don't do anything. And then we could regain other cards that do something, hopefully. What do Orcish Boots give me? Lose 2 agility, and if attack deals more than 20 damage, gain 2 HP. I mean, losing agility, like, doesn't matter. Provoker's Mask. At the start of the turn, gain 2 strength. All enemies gain 1 strength. That might be good for us. No, wait. We don't necessarily want our enemies scaling if we're trying to burn their strength, right? So might as well go for the Orcish Boots, because gaining 2 HP might be relevant to us. Sure. And then we'll take the Elven Ale. Yeah, that seems good for us.
I was overjoyed when I learned that, but my excitement turned out to be. Soon, their thinly disguised.
All those people are adherents of the secret cult of
Divine
the
Cult of the
cultists have
Might.
done everything in their power to make.
Alright. Yeah, so some people going crazy. Pretty typical stuff. We can go far left, or we can go slightly less far left. Going far left. All the way. Came across a dead guy. I mean, they were really good boots. I mean, then you gotta take the boots if they're really good. Search the corpse in the Swamp Fever event. Oh god. The boots fitted me, but actually the risk wasn't worth it. It was great luck that I did not get sick with anything. Oh, look at us. Because we took the mushrooms, probably. Splendid boots. Attributes, none. Uses in battle, but sound and probably expensive. That... Buddy, those boots aren't really good. Those weren't worth it at all. That's a terrible boots. Okay, local preacher, and I'm assuming the cult is going to... well, let's talk. Can we talk and then deny? It turned out his speech was a distraction. His true intention was to hire me to murder a family of cannibals. I asked him why there's so much secrecy. He explained that though cannibalism was regarded as heresy, it wasn't punishable by death. He could have gone to the trouble if someone had gotten in trouble, someone had found out. Yeah, you don't look trustworthy. Keep explaining the secret, the preacher decided to kill me. Okay, yeah, you look evil. Okay, you're my boss man or mini boss man. Block does not disappear at the start of turn. Okay, and then upon death, reborn next turn with 50% HP. Same with you all. Great. I guess like we'll try taking out the girl in the back. And I need a much more aggressive deck. I'm happy I'm gonna be able to burn my guard cards though. Hopefully I get to like choose at the end of turn. Deal 1 damage per acid. Acid is removed if it deals health damage. So that seems bad for me. I don't know about you, but for a guy like me, that's pretty bad. Yeah, you're out. But we don't take damage, right? We're immune for a bit. Immune to acid even. Okay, sacrificial burn. Unfortunately, I don't want to like burn my stuff just yet. But we can take out the zombie.
You have one less enemy.
Yeah, well, I do have one less enemy, right? They're not gonna summon more guys. Cool, we're good. Disarm. No point in having armor. Armor skill is bad. Don't necessarily want to take damage, if possible. Take 2 damage, gain 1 blight when dealing damage to HP. I guess like you don't matter, but like if we play you, you go away now forever, right? So that's good. Okay, we haven't lost HP yet. I have no idea if what I'm building is good. 40 damage, you can't do that to me. Does that get reduced to 1? Next damage taken in the next instance. Okay, this has to be an instance of damage. That's got to be reduced. And also, you've got to be disarmed, sir. And I've got to like get rid of these bad cards that you're shoving in my deck.
Do you feel anything?
Okay, we have evasion, so we're not taking damage, and we have regen. Okay, and then you're flooding my card with, or my deck with awful cards. I see. But like we still have evasion, so you still don't do anything. Okay, now you're gonna summon a cultist. So now you're gonna do stuff. Random cards. We want to play our attack first, and then burn whatever else we have here. I think I'd like an Elven Dance back. Cool. Yeah, maybe attacking her wasn't worth it. Is damage only reduced to 1? Like, is it a minimum 1 attack every time? Is that the deal? If so, I'm upset. We can overdrive.
You know what to do with all this strength.
And then we'll gain some evasion.
Are there any side effects?
Because I don't want to find out how much damage they're actually doing. 1, it seems. No, because we're in substantiality, right? It's getting pretty bad, pretty fast. Oh, but we can literally take her down. Okay. And here she comes a zombie. You're gonna gain some block. But we're not gonna die just yet. Which is big. I hate this corruption that we have. Burn, add to the discard pile. Add to the discard pile, to the draw pile. Draw card, hesitate. Ethereal, unplayable. You're already ethereal? Why did I want to hesitate? Wait, why would you ever want to play this? Wait, but you draw the hesitate card. And then you're ethereal, unplayable. I don't know what I just did. It seemed kind of like nothing. Okay, I probably should have not played a useless card there. We're about to take some damage. We're about to take 20 damage from being on acid. So we need to end your life. You simply must go. You're going to take 98 damage, or I can execute you currently and then deal 98 damage, and you're out. Okay. That was easy. Yeah, never a problem. 1 strength and 1 agility and draw a card. I mean, ultimatum seems like it's just decent value, right? Like, it replaces itself and buffs us. That's just only good. Upon taking health damage, gain 1 strength. We don't want to do that too often, actually, and we're immune to damage most of the time, so that's not good. Draw the bottom card of the draw pile. It costs 0 for the turn. That does seem cool. That's a cool card. Ultimatum. I like another, like, get a burn card back so we can, like, continuously thin out our deck. Horned Helmet. Burn. Stun all enemies. That's good helmet. What's our equipment? We don't have a helmet yet. It's a good helmet. Oh, we already had boots. Right, it's gain and evasion. I never put on the other boots. Which makes sense. What's sort of weakness? Deal 8 damage. If the target has weakness, deal 24 damage and have weakness. Interesting. Or we could have the Dirk, deals 2 damage, deals damage to health, inflict 8 bleeding attributes, gain 2 strength and 1 evasion. I mean, let's grab the helmet. Stunning enemies seems like it's good, and we'll equip it. We could have another crystal, which I don't think helps us that much, or we could have a book. Wait, can we have multiple crystals? Sorry, what slot is this? Do you really want to destroy the trophy? No, I don't want to destroy the trophy. But you're giving me the same sort of trophy. This is the same sort of slot. I have a ring slot open and potion slots, but I could just take a different trophy. Increases the maximum health by 40 at the start of battle. Gain 4 blight. Yeah, I don't want that. We'll continue to have the crystal. I see. What does tribute mean? Wait, so I want to keep the crystal. And then we get to forge an item. Okay, so we want to forge potentially overdrive so we can get stronger faster. That seems like a good idea to me. And then we want to overdrive, get our burn card back. Buff our strength as fast as possible. Burn all the other cards on our deck.
But frowned upon.
It's a good plan.
What do you mean?
By consuming human flesh, which makes it easy to figure out the... And although all the inhabitants venerate the might, it...
This isn't exactly...
Yeah, it's not a pleasant place to live because people are eating each other. Good observation there, Percival. We want to... Let's see, this was just like fine, right? Draw 2 cards. It's not bad, actually. And sacrificial burn. Burn 2 cards of your choice and return 2 burn cards. That's actually really good. If we get like double sacrificial burn, I feel like this will be really strong eventually. Yeah. And then we want to like double our strength more and more. Then we fight the real boss here. But I've got a game plan. The game plan is to scale fast. Spider Queen Lady, classic. It's weird that a Spider Queen like this is like classic. I feel like, I don't know, like the first time I saw it was like Dark Souls 1. But it does seem just like a reoccurring theme. Like spider people like this. It's probably because it's in D&D too. Yeah, okay, Horned Helmet. At the end of turn, gain 1 block for each armor. Upon taking health damage from attacks, lose 1 armor. Did I thought this did something different. This is useless to me. we don't gain armor. Alright. Let's see. Will the 4 spirits? Did we gain strength? No, we didn't gain any strength, so like overdrive is unfortunately fairly useless to us at the moment. You're gonna summon some mites. Okay. This ain't great. 4 attacks, but we don't care because we just don't like do anything. We gain some strength. Make you lose some strength. We need more attacks now. We don't have the burn card that I'd want to get back. We could disarm again. I'd love to overdrive twice, but this is like kind of a perfect turn to get rid of 2 bad cards. We'll get like 2 good cards put back in our deck, so we'll increase our deck efficiency for the fight. And they don't do anything just yet, so we don't have to stun them. Deal 30 damage is not bad. Then we could disarm. I don't know about this one. Acid once again. Yep. It's like maybe we should just keep attacking you, gain agility, do more attacks here. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. It's our last turn of invulnerability, but like they didn't do anything for the whole like few first couple turns here, which is pretty good. Upon playing attacks, draw exhaust. Oh, wait, how many cards do we have in our deck, and do we care? We do care. So this isn't necessarily the best turn to be playing attacks. We'll play this then, which gives us some strength. Then we'll see what we get here. Oh, we didn't get you an execute range either. Wait, draw exhaust? Sorry, I thought we were gonna draw a card and like exhaust it, but we didn't do that, so I have no idea what happened.
Did you decide to have a rest?
You took away all our evasion. And then we have some insubstantiability. We can probably guard, overdrive, and then we have 31 damage here. Oh, now we lose 2 strength. That's unfortunate. Hopefully we don't die to like her attack. I don't know how much she's doing, but we have reduced her strength over the course of this fight. She's doing 1 damage. Okay, you're doing 14. Hold up. You're gonna block. Hold up. You're gone. You're disarmed. Because I never want you doing damage. And then we'll attack you. And then, can we just like stun you? Is that a good idea to stop you from blocking? Do you just block next turn? You do, okay. So we just delay you by a turn, which seems really good to me. Yeah, I didn't read what you did, but you do give us the stun, which is pretty darn good. We don't have execute just yet. But we can gain an evasion, which might keep us alive. And then she should be at half health soon, making execute a lot better.
That won't help.
A large amount of block on the enemy. That's kind of a large amount of block. Yeah, our armor doesn't matter. Agility doesn't matter. This is so weird. I feel like I've made an extremely aggressive deck without knowing like at all what I'm doing. Oh, can we rescue this person? They seem alive. Is that a thing we can do? We can will the 4 spirits. You're gonna deal 15 damage to me. Okay, despite me weakening you by 9. Upon dealing damage, add status cards to the deck. Well, lucky you, I can't stop that. I have so many useless cards in our deck. Invincibility armor is fascinating. I was gonna say you should be gone, but you're really not gonna be gone. Left in hand, all enemies gain 1 strength. I see. Yeah, that's not really great for me, but like, I don't have a choice. Anyways, we gain back our health, which, yeah, 16 health right now feels like a lot. As long as they can't like end my life, we're good. And these guys have cowardice, so we just have to take her out. We're fine. Like, Mighty Blow should do the job, but I guess we might as well, like... Can I... Wait. Hold up. Yeah, I want to do a different card first. Easy peasy. Defeat the Might's Queen. Okay. Another overdrive. What does upgrading strategist do? Draw 2, stay in the deck. That might be really helpful for us, given how bad our deck is. Gain 1 exposed on the hero, deal 30 damage. I mean, exposed, like, kind of doesn't matter to us, but also that's not that much damage in, like, the grand scheme of things, whereas double overdrive does seem real good. Alright, we're looking for aggressive attacks. Or potentially evasion. Gain 2 evasion. When evasion is triggered, restore 10 health and burn 1 status card from the draw pile. Okay, actually, that's not bad. That could replace our current helmet. Our amulet, however, gain 5 strength. That is very simple, but this does help us with our overdrive. Or we have amulet of resistance, gain 5 armor. There is evasion, reducing status. Burning a status card's pretty darn good. But this gets rid of our stun. But sorry, our current amulet gives us... Wait, is this an amulet? Or is this an amulet? Like, maybe we don't have an amulet yet. In which case we're really happy to get some stuff here. Can I have like a... Can we have like a sword instead? No. Okay. One sword only. No dual wielding for us. Okay. I have to think like a 5 strength though is pretty darn good. But so is like removing bad cards from our deck. Like we genuinely struggle with that. But then we lose our stun. 5 strength. It'll make our overdrive faster. Looks like we could equip it now, so I'm assuming, yeah, as we didn't have any jewelry slots before. Snake Elixir, clone a card of your choice from the draw pile. That could be really strong. Tiresomness, cards in hand, cost 0 until the end of battle. Or energy, gain 2 energy. I mean, clone a copy of the card of your choice. Seems real darn good. So, different trophy. Draw 2 extra, gain ooze if more than 3 cards have been played this turn. What is ooze? Upon playing attacks, draw exhaust. It's not good. I'm just gonna keep the crystal. We tribute the other one so we can make overdrive super cheap. And then I need draw and like burn other cards. Like I need to burn through all my block cards as much as possible. Or we need to find a way to like burn all the cards. Okay. I see, so this would be like somewhere else you could come out of if you went a different direction. Everything ends here though, so I'm assuming there's only 3 acts. I like the idea of an altar to like get rid of some bad stuff in our deck. Okay, fire explosion. Wait, this is different. This is a different altar. Fiery aura. Don't know what that does. Donate 300 cards. Fire revenge. Fire weapon. Offer a card. Okay, so we could remove a card. We could touch the idol. That seems a little bit spooky. Fire. There's nothing wrong with worshipping the primordial fire. All right, everybody. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm gonna remove a card though. Wait, of my choice? Oh, random card. Okay. Clone a card? Wait, I get to clone a card now? Sorry, that wasn't in the description. Oh, we can clone Sacrificial Burn. Are you sure you want to clone the selected card? Yes, because then we can get burn back all the time.
To be home, but the more had you hoped to see the northern?
At first, yeah.
And the quicker the better.
All right, we're gonna scale like 2 billion strength in a hurry.
Don't worry, bit by bit, almost.
Everything's coming together now. Everything's gonna work out. Make an offering to the idol, destroy the idol. Approach an unfamiliar idol. Afoot was your boy was kneeling. Curiosity prompted me to approach the child. The boy's words made me uneasy. He prayed to the Inquilines to take his soul and possess his body. Dude, you don't want your body possessed, man. We gotta destroy that shit. For the sake of the child who doesn't know what he's doing, the unholy idol had to be destroyed. Yeah. Okay, so that gives us a fight. Whoa, you're big. You're not a boss. You're a spawn of darkness. And then you are going to steal maximum health and pass it to the allies. Does that affect me? Keep in mind, I am invincible. So by my logic, you should not be able to affect me.
What was he expecting?
I dealt 50 damage. Why did I deal 50 damage? Sorry, what happened? I genuinely don't know what happened. Is that because I have elven gear? What's going on? Whatever. We dealt 50 damage. Your friend is gone now. Good luck. Maybe they had something on them where like if they took damage they would die. Probably not. It's probably something I did not understand just going on here. Unfortunately, I don't want to play Sacrificial Burns just yet. Because we want to overdrive. Will, and guards are bad, but we can get rid of guards later. We're going to add some bad stuff to my deck, but if we put evasions on... No, we don't have the Fox Helmet, we're not burning bad stuff. You could probably stand to lose some strength and be stunned. Have fun with that. We have 52 strength now. Hopefully there's no like strength sapping. Yeah, people can now attack us, but we have a mighty blow that I probably want to upgrade as soon as possible. Brittle bones. I get to burn 2 cards of my choice, so you're gone, and then we could take an overdrive and an overdrive. Oh, yeah. I mean, we could almost end this guy's like life forever. I guess I should have taken something I could actually play. Your next instances of damage are weakened. We could gain an evasion. Or I could sacrificial burn. Okay. I'm starting to know what I'm doing, but not quite. 360 HP, it turns out, is nothing to a guy like me. We're good. Oh man, I just did Northern Lionism. I've been watching too much of that. Upon playing, deal 5 damage and gain 5 block. If the card stays in hand, increase the damage and block by 5. Cool, we're not doing that. Deal 8 damage, increase this damage by 4 each combat. Or this combat if the character is exposed, increase by 8. No. Remove exposed from the hero and the target and restore 6 health for each exposed. I don't really like any of these. I guess I'd like another attack, but no, we're just gonna skip. Vampire Boots. Dealing damage, restore 2 health. If the target has less than half health. Okay. Or we could have more max HP and you have 5 balm. Now I like my invincibility armor. When playing 2 attacks in a row, gain 2 strength. When playing a skill, the strength bonus is removed. Oh. This is like, there's no harm in taking things, right? Guess I'll take the Vampire Boots. Then we can take some more potions too. Like, I guess, what is this? Return a burn card of your choice to the hand. Yeah, that's what we're going for. Blue Fire. Gain 1 energy. Upon taking damage from attacks, deal 16 damage to a random target. Interesting. But this gives me like gaining evasion, return a random burn card to the draw pile. Yeah, I do like returning my random burn cards to the draw. No, we don't want to return random burn cards to the draw pile because we want to burn bad stuff. So yeah, maybe it's time to get Blue Fire. And then we can forge a card, and the card I'd like to forge is Mighty Blow, because then we deal 5 times our strength damage, which is going to be huge. Yeah. Yeah, this is right. Glad we destroyed that idol. Save the kid. Take the money. Shield of Purification. I mean, we could probably replace our shield. At the start of turn, gain 4 block for each burn card. Okay, this is... Sure, I'll equip this, but it doesn't do anything. I guess it makes sense that a shield would block, but like I was hoping we could do more things. Okay, we have a lot of money, so probably go to the item shop instead of another campfire. Though I don't know what these events are. 500 coins? You want to buy my way in? No, dude. You're out of here. Get going. Could have haggled. No, I didn't need to haggle. I just didn't want to give him my gold. It's not his, you know? That's my hard-earned cash. We are immune to damage. We have 23 health. How did that happen? I guess I was gaining max health from my shield, right? Yeah, no, that actually makes sense. We should not have this as shield equipped. we should we should go back to having a bit more health than what we currently have. Cool. We could disarm, sacrificial burn. Wait, I thought we had. Oh no, I want to. No, that's not what I wanted to burn. I forgot that was the card I was burning, but I couldn't deselect it. Whoopsie daisies. I messed that up a little bit. I burned a card I definitely did not want to burn. I think we can take this guy down in a few turns, though. 26 strength is already pretty good. 146 damage. Good luck. I guess I could have done a little bit better here, too. You're so gone. We have 2 turns left to do whatever we want to, and then you're gonna die. And then we've just doubled our current strength. Our threat has grown exponentially. Yeah, this is good. Ethereal, gain 10 block and 1 insubstantiality. Okay. Gaining the insubstantiality is pretty good. Gaining the block doesn't matter. Let's get more sacrificial burns, though. And then the worm's head. Is this better? Gain 3 power when taking damage, inflict bleeding. No, we don't really take damage. When inflicting expose, inflict weakness. No, we don't really do that. Deal 4. Oh, we get more mighty blows. We get an upgraded mighty blow, essentially. A warrior's axe. Okay, we'll take that. And then we'll take. What does the mandrake root do? Gain immune for a turd? Yes, please. Okay.
I'm sorry. Did you want to give me a surprise?
Castle's infected with demons. I get it, man. Okay, I need to manage my equipment. We need to put our shield back on. It's the most important shield in my life. You are giving me evasion cards, which is pretty good. Increase damage up by 2 for every evasion on the hero. Like, I do like that, but I also... We don't need evasion if we just never take damage, right? Like, we're just immune to damage, so, like, don't worry about it. And then what is this? Draw 2 cards of our choice. We just don't take damage, so elixir of recovery. That is unnecessary. Thank you very much. Return a random burn card, or honestly, having a pocket immune is probably pretty big. Own a card from the draw pile. Draw 2 cards of your choice. It's so interesting. Okay. We could win like anything. Let's go to the vendor because we have gold. Oh, I didn't take the leftmost path. What am I doing? Yeah, let's trade with the demon. He seems like a good guy. Look at that smile. He's a good guy. Dwarven Axe doesn't do anything, but does give us deal 6 damage 3 times. Which I don't think I care about too much. Come to think of it, we're actually pretty good on items, aren't we? I was kind of hoping these were gonna have better items. Flaming item, gain 20 health, gain 5 armor, attacker takes half the block damage now. I like my immune stuff. Demonic Axe increases maximum health by 20 upon dealing damage, gain 1 armor and 1 exposed. Okay, I don't like that. Every turn, strength is increased or decreased by the value of 1 to 5. Fascinating. Also, deal 12 damage if health is at maximum, gain 20 block. We don't gain block. Deal 8 damage if the hero is exposed, deal 8 additional damage. No. Gain maximum health, gain armor, 3 ward. What the heck is ward? Oh, we can remove cards here? Oh, that's it. Yes. We can spend all our money on card removal. Alright. That is the thing that I want to do. So that we just draw the good cards and don't draw the bad cards. Anything else? Let's see, lunges. I can keep lunges in the deck, and then we can sacrifice them to sacrificial burn. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this is super worth going. Not for any of the items we could buy, because apparently those don't do anything, but, yeah, this was really good. Burn all status cards. That could be useful, right? That's a problem that we have, is status cards. I'll take this potion just in case. Sure, why not? Yeah, we'll buy that. Then I don't think you have anything else I care about. Increase max health by 10 at the end of turn. Remove all burning from the hero. I mean, if they're gonna, like, burn me at the end, maybe that's good. Can I look at my items? Oh, these are all my items. Okay. What does my boots do? We have elven boots. They give me 1 evasion. Also, this is demonic and this is demonic, and I can't afford them both now, but... Oh, but we can sell items, right? You'll buy my items? Oh, that's so awesome. I'm so used to not being able to sell any items in Across the Obelisk. This is pretty sweet. And these boots are worth quite a lot. Okay, so that wasn't bad. At the end of turn, move all burning from the hero. Yeah, right? That's pretty good. Okay, if there's a burn synergy, then I'll figure that out at some point. I don't know if we need it though, is the thing. Like, we have evasion, right? I like the fox hat. The fox hat is good. Into evasion, burn a status card from the draw pile. I mean, it's not bad. Sorry, I'm probably taking like forever here. 700 to buy splendid boots? That's insane. What are you doing? That's crazy talk. I do like demonic axe though. Here's exponed gaze. Gain 10 strength, draw a card. Demonic stuff is interesting, but no, we don't become a demon to beat the demon. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here before I have to think too much more. Yeah, we'll leave the vendor, return to the map. That was great, as far as I'm concerned. Hello. Hi there. I can feel it. You fear. Stacy, so devouring. Your fears. You fear being deceived, getting outsmarted, being left in the dark. You fear becoming a pawn in someone else's game. Is that right? Nah, I'm not afraid. Not only strengthened the demon, you'll deceive all my fears and my sustenance. You can deny all you will, but others will manipulate you, use you for their goals, and be made a fool. Nah, I can overcome it. Yeah, we'll be fine. Alright, you have 600 HP, but I have 33 HP and a dream. So as far as I'm concerned, you're so gone. Mighty Blow is already hitting pretty darn hard. We don't take any damage from your barbs. So yeah. Gain 10 strength, lose 5 agility. That's so good for us. We have so much strength now. What are you gonna do? You're gonna add status cards? No, thank you. I actually would prefer you didn't. We'll grab our overdrive back.
Yeah, you don't have much choice.
Yeah, that was pretty good. You have 363 HP, but we have 66 strength now. It's now turn 2. Sorry, we can just overdrive and then deal 694 damage. You're out of here. Gosh, I hope that like final boss doesn't have a bunch of evasion or something. We would be so dead if they do. Unless we can like remove that in any way. Ultimatum. I guess like I still don't mind ultimatum. It's a way to scale. Demonic amulet of the orcs. Wait, amulet of the orcs, just not demonic amulet of the orcs, just amulet of the orcs. Gain an energy at the start of turn, lose 1 agility. That's fine, but I think I already like my amulet because it gives me my starting strength, yeah, which is very important to me. I don't need the energy right now. Draw 1 from the draw pile and discard 1 random card each time a card is burned. That's not good for us. Start every turn, increase the efficiency of exposed by 25%, affects everyone. I guess I'll like take it. I wonder what happens if we skip it. We should probably like figure that out. Gain another immune for a turn. Demon's Skull. Gain 10 strength, lose 2 strength at the end of turn. Strength can't be less than 0. I like having the extra energy right now. And then, let's see, what can we do? We can make execute cost 0, right? Yeah, more 0 cost of cards is pretty good. Wait, if more 0 cost cards is what we want, then 1, drawing 2 cards with Ultimatum would be good. But then Growing Threat could also be good, because we add 2 of these to our pile. I don't know if this is what I want to draw, but that's like my plan if the boss has a ton of evasion.
What were
The Inquilines, demons. Don't trust anyone from the Northern Gate.
my people worship
I hope you already realize that.
Yeah, I mean, there's just demons in the land. It's fine. We're going to train. And we're going to get Ultimatum, I think. Yeah, it'll help us draw through our deck a little bit better. Our draw isn't like the best thing in the world, but we got rid of so many cards there at the final shop. The shop was so good. We were able to spend a good amount of money there. Hello, Mr. King. Old friend. Sad days. Old friends with a demon snake. Time to fight. Okay, final boss. But is it the true final boss? That's a real question. We can like one-shot you probably in a little bit. Ingvar, has he also risen from the dead? It's too late. Sigismund, okay. I thought maybe this would be Ingvar, but I guess not. Too on the nose. He's offering to chat, man. Why don't you just sit down and talk? He's a demon. Don't be so quick to judge. He wanted to talk to you. There's just a demon in the background. It's probably fine. There's a lot of chat in here. He gave up his friend. Yeah, we'll have to take him out. We have nobody helping us out here. We've had nobody helping us out this whole time. I like how in the beginning we had a companion, and this entire run is just nah. Don't need a companion. We have many turns of immune. Okay. So, what are you gonna do? You're gonna gain strength. We're going to overdrive. Should I use my potions now? Assuming this is the final boss, but what if it's like not the true final boss, you know? That'd be the ultimate pain of ultimatum. We can overdrive again. We're at 66, which is good. At the end of turn, gain strength. If HP is less than that of the enemy. When there's no block, kills an ally, gaining HP and strength. Okay, like we can almost take you guys down in a turn though. Remember when I was gonna disarm enemies? That was a fun thing. That was a fun plan. I like that plan. Okay, sacrificial burn. I'm gonna be honest. I'm going to sacrifice lunge and this other sacrificial burn, so we can grab an overdrive. Wait, are you burn? Mighty blows burn. Oh snap! I didn't even notice that. We're gonna double our current strength. How much more can we double? A little bit more? Okay. Okay, next turn we'll be fine. We'll be able to get another mighty blowout. You're out of here. And then we can probably one-shot the king next turn, is my guess, right? Well, not a guess, it's just like a guarantee, right? We have... I don't think disarm's gonna matter much for us. We're gonna grab a mighty blow, and we're gonna grab... I thought we had a better sacrificial burn in here that I could grab, but I guess not. Grab an overdrive, I guess. So then we'll overdrive once more, and then we'll deal 1,394 damage to you. And you're out of here? Maybe we should have tried this super terrible mode. It's like 3 achievements right there.
On, I just waited for you.
We just waited for Mortis? Okay, so he's like definitely controlling our dead body.
I can't say that I knew you'd show up. Rather, I had no idea what to do next. I guess I didn't even care. So this is the end of the story. Or maybe not. I tried not to think whether it was possible. I just went with the flow. But I did it. Sigismund is dead. Was that your plan? I killed him like you wanted. What's next?
Oh, I
You
see the
did
snakes in
what
the
you wanted to
background.
do yourself, and I made that a reality. Don't thank me. Sigismund's dark figure had eclipsed the future. By taking his piece off the board, you dispelled the darkness. Now I can see everything clearly, like on a bright day. Look.
Oh, I'm looking.
Elves will hold back the onslaught against the frontier, and it'll be easier for us to urge the parties to negotiate. The Northern Gate will once again become the guarantor of peace among peoples.
Okay.
The cultists of the Rotten Bog can now join forces with the Inquilines and destroy the Brotherhood of Fire. Its disaster very difficult to prevent.
Alright, that sounds bad. I don't know if the brother was good.
When
Brotherhood
you
was good, but
killed Sigismund, you saved
seemed
the
pretty rough.
Fire Brotherhood, and they won't forget it. You will unite the people disgruntled with the rule of the Inquilines with the Fire Army, and together, you'll put an end to the demon domination.
Okay, so we needed the Brotherhood, so it's probably pretty bad that the cultists are gonna rise up. I don't know how we prevent that though.
Now you're the hero of the Fire Brothers and the new Lord of the Northern Gate. It's a good start, hmm? One timely little death can mean so much for the fate of the whole world. But it seems our lovely conversation will be interrupted soon. Oh, I'd be lying if I said it was a surprise.
Yes, you pulled it off very well, Mortis. My congratulations to you. I have no idea how you did it, but don't get your hopes up. You killed Sigismund, but he was just my pawn. Now I'm going to kill yours.
Alright, true final boss time. Surely we could beat the true final boss. Yeah, going with Mortis's plans is a bad idea. Wait. Oh, I could have changed out my potions. Oh, I should have done that so I had more immune. What do you have? 1200 health? That's not too bad. HP is not lost. Instead, you deal 100% more damage. That's pretty bad. Make her nervous. Destroy her immunity. She's overconfident. HP is not lost. You're immune to any effects. HP is not lost. Playing 3 cards of the same type in a row burns a random card in hand. You're immune to any effects, so you can't be stunned. So we played a skill. Which was okay, and then we could play an attack. And then we could sacrificial burn. Get rid of the lunges. Grab the stuff here. And then I could play a skill that we have 2 of. And then if I play another skill, you burn a random card in my hand, which I prefer you didn't do, but I also have to play like Overdrive, I think. Just getting ready for something.
Mortis is just using you, dimwit.
He's gonna follow the progress of the battle. Are you guys gonna help me at all? Is there anything I can do here? Double the strength. Ultimatum. Well, I guess I should have done that first. We can deal damage. Make you afraid. You're very afraid. We disarm you? We can. Okay. So you need to play like multiple cards of a type in a row.
Why
Gotcha.
do you think you're on the right side?
I don't know. I'm just here, okay? And we have multiple burn cards, so we need to play Sacrificial Burn. We get rid of our, probably Disarm if I'm being honest, and our Lunge in order to get back a... Oh, we can't get back a Sacrificial Burn? Really? Dang, that seems a little bit sad. I thought we'd be able to get back one of those. I thought we could get back our Sacrificial Burn. It's definitely there, we just can't get it back. Okay, so no going infinite for us. Which I have to admit is a bit lame. Anyways, we've got a lot of strength. You've got to be a tiny bit nervous, right? Make her nervous, destroy her immunity. I don't know how to make her nervous. She's getting ready for something.
Matter. I have to kill you anyway.
Own a card of your choice and... Okay. Own a card of your choice. Has to be that. We have Mighty Blow. I like it. Just doesn't, like, do anything for us just yet. You're going to kill the target. I'm going to stun you. Nice try. I'm immune. So you cannot kill me. I've tried. I can't die. I'm immune. I'm invincible. Dang it. The alliance of the Might Cult won't happen. The fragile truce of the orcs will crumble, so it won't matter at all who wins for the frontier. You've actually accomplished something, Mortis, but your plans aren't destined to come to fruition. Okay. Well, that's gonna be a knock on the coffin lid. That was fun. Yeah, I'm gonna probably play some more of this for a bit. Seems like a new fun game to get into until Monster Train 2 comes out. And then we can dive headfirst into that once again. But definitely enjoyed this experience. We unlocked some new cards. I wonder if we unlock new characters later. I'm assuming there's more than just the warrior since there were like 4 other coffins, or 3 other coffins. Yeah. Well, let me know if you enjoy this. We'll see how much I do. I can play this off on the side on my own. I don't need to upload this to YouTube if people are not as interested. But if you do want to see it, then that's great. New class, the Gold Digger. Is that like of our same guy? If so, interesting. Okay. Defend yourself from the... you can't defend yourself from the deadly touch, nor can you dodge it. You just have to defeat death itself. Easy. How do I do that? You told me... I don't know. You told me too little. Trying to go to the Northern Gate. Unexplored path. Rotten Bog. Yeah, look at all this stuff. Hold a certain peculiarity. I'm more sure that you'll find a way to deflect their deadly touch there. Crimson Steps. I wouldn't look for solutions in the Crimson Steps, but it doesn't mean there's not one there. Change class and or difficulty. Oh yeah, there's 2 other characters. Okay. It's Percival and Bjorn and Vanidus, and we unlocked Bjorn. Cool. Yeah, we'll try out Terrible next time. Yeah. You will make it for... Was the game not difficult enough for you? It's not. It's not difficult enough. It is... Yeah, okay. Accept. Easy peasy. But yeah, we'll try more of that next time. I'll see you later.